Sharon McNally started Sharon Orchard about 15 years ago. It started out on a small scale, producing mainly apple juice, and has continued to grow. Sharon Orchard now produces jams and condiments as well as wines and cider. We spoke to Sharon about how the business started.
We wanted some land. We didn't know what we wanted to put on the land, but quite a few years ago we wanted some land. And at the time, the then Afton Park had finished their business, and we just thought, oh, that's what we could do, perhaps plant an orchard and go from there. We had lots of help. It's just advice and help that you can get from various people who thought an orchard. So we went to somewhere on the mainland that has, in Kent, had vast orchards there, and just sort of advice what the best trees to plant. And obviously they came and tested the soil to see what the best trees were. For start, when we were pruning the trees, it was book in one hand, secateurs in the other, and it was just going from there. I mean, we did have a guy come and show us how to prune, but going from there, so it's just been fun. And then obviously, because we make the apple juice, and we did get a bit of help just knowing how to make it, and obviously with all the trade and standards and environmental health, knowing what we should and shouldn't do for all of our products. But yes, there is a lot of help out there for small businesses. I mean, we belong to sort of South East Food Group, where they have lots of courses. I went on one recently about jam making, which was really good, really helpful. We sell it in shop here, and farmers markets, which I do twice a week, and a lot of farm shops on the island around, delicatessens, cafes, pubs, things like that. And we also sell it on the White Link ferries.
Is the market for homegrown produce increasing?
Yes, I think it is. People are being more aware of stuff out there, the homegrown stuff, and it's fresher, it's better. The food miles, it doesn't come that far, and I believe it is. Yeah, people are.
And if somebody else was thinking of doing something similar, what advice would you give them?
Don't. No. Only joking. Yes. Start small, if they've got an idea, perhaps they want to make, I don't know, condiments themselves or something, or whatever, or plant vegetables or whatever. Don't think, oh, I can get, I'll be a Richard Branson out of this in the first year, because it is hard work. Working for yourself and doing it is hard work, and then getting it out there and selling it. But also, one factor I do, which I love, is when I'm selling it at the farmer's market and people try it and like it and come back with compliments and stuff, and it's nice to know that you've grown that, you've made that, and then selling it on. It's lovely having those comments come back to you.
How did the farmers market first get started?
The farmers market got started between 10 and 12 years ago. Possibly knowing that it was things starting up on the mainland, and it was thinking, perhaps it's an opening for the farmers on the island, knowing that they can actually, sell their own produce and the meat and stuff, rather than going out to abattoirs or wholesaling, that they can actually sell direct to people. And I think that was, an outlet that they saw, and it got started with the help of the council, I believe, with the Isle of Wight Fine Foods. The market is open to all producers, but our rules are that we have to grow them or produce them, and have to be island grown.
And what about producers from off the island?
They don't at the moment. We have had a cheeseman from the mainland come over. That was before we had the Isle of Wight Cheese Company started up. But yes, it is open to them. And we do have some of our members go over to markets in Hampshire, like the Winchester and the Southsea one. So yes, it is open to those. Obviously, we don't like to have too many of duplicates on the island. So if we don't have the product, if we're not selling the product ourselves over here, then yes, they are more than welcome.
And have the island people welcomed the market?
Islanders, I believe they really enjoy it. They love seeing us as a farmers market there. We are a weekly market, and there aren't many weekly markets. So yes, I think it's been welcomed. It's nice to see regular faces. We get to see them every week and know their names and know what products they like. So it's quite nice, rather than sometimes when you go to a supermarket and you don't know who's there, they don't know who's serving and what you like. And it's nice, friendly atmosphere, and they do enjoy us. Yeah. More people are looking for local produce. It's nice to support You know, the local people on the island, people always like to buy local stuff and fresh stuff, and they know where it's from. And we, you know, and as a producer, we can tell them where it's grown, how it's made, what, you know, exactly what's in it, which is quite nice. You'd like to know all these things when you're buying stuff. We have about 20 members, I think, at my last count, and which most of them do attend the weekly market. I mean, obviously, a lot of the produce is seasonal, so they can't come throughout the year. Like sometimes we have some flowers people, or the garlic people, asparagus and the fruits. So obviously it's just seasonal, and they just come 2 or 3 months of the year.
Who runs the infrastructure behind the market?
We all do as a group. Obviously we have our committee, but there aren't that many. There's not many difference between the numbers of the committee and all the members. But yes, we more or less all help each other. I remember in the early days when we had our marquee, the members were putting the marquee up, you know, 6 o'clock in the morning. But yes, we do all help each other. To take a stand in the, well, we have 2 markets. The one in the Newport, it's £20 a week, and in the Ryde one, it is £15 a week. Because obviously we have to cover our costs of putting up the marquee, etc., and the insurance and things like that. We felt we needed to go, you know, somewhere else, so we went to Ryde, and it started off a bit slow, but it's really improved now. Yes, so it's good. 2 markets a week.
Are there any plans for the future?
Future plans for the market. It's nice to get. Last year, we went to a primary school, Cowes Primary School, and held a farmers market there, and it was good to teach the youngsters, you know, about the importance of the fresh food and getting it out there. And I think that's what we'll try and do for this year. I did try and think of it to do. The year goes by so quickly. So yes, it's just to get it out there and to people to know that we are there, and you know, all the local food and the produce that we do supply. So